Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce RTX 4060 in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This one is the MSI Ventus version of the card. I am running it with the latest Nvidia drivers and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs here in Tech Power-Ups. GPU Z, resizable bar is also enabled there. And over on the left, I'm pairing it with the i5 12600KF overclocked to 5.1 GHz and 32 GB of DDR5. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so going over the settings first, I am starting at 1080p resolution using the high preset and DLSS set to native AA, so it's DLAA over here. Depth of field is turned on, motion blur is turned off, and over on the advanced settings, it's set to high once again. And guys, I've been playing for about half an hour here with the RTX 4060, and it's been such a buttery smooth experience. It's so good, guys. This game, it still looks really nice on high settings, although the textures leave a bit to be desired. Also, that's Jack over there. Oh my god, I was looking at the texture. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. Where are you? Oh, he's gone at this point. Anyway, well, at least we saw him, I guess. But yeah, it hasn't dropped from 60 FPS yet, and it defaults to high settings, by the way. Textures are not the greatest, of course, but they're still not bad looking, especially if you're not linking walls and stuff like that. Hello, sir. And yeah, even in forest areas and dense vegetation areas, it doesn't drop from 60 FPS. It gets like 65 minimum, at least from what I've seen so far, and it's a really nice experience in KCD2, my friends. I mean, wow, I was not expecting it to be this good on high settings. And I mean, yeah, the game doesn't really look all that impressive, but we don't have like texture popping and the object popping at the distance. You can see like everything here. Maybe the grass has a bit of pop in here, but it's still a very far render distance for the grass, and you can't even see it popping in, honestly, because it does it in a very subtle way. VRAM allocation is also totally under control. We haven't seen a single spike yet in that frame time graph, right? Wait a second, what is going on here? Should we fight those guys? I actually forged a sword, so maybe I could take them out, but yeah, you know what? Let's not risk it, okay? I'm going over there to claim my actual horse, because this one isn't mine. I just stole it. Yes, you can do everything you want here, my friends. This is a very nice game. I loved the first one, and I'm having a blast in the second one. It's just a bit too slow for videos, you know? That's why I'm still here. I haven't gotten into a very big city yet, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm taking my time, enjoying the view, enjoying the quests and stuff like that, the lines, voice lines. It's all very nicely done, in my opinion. That graph, man, that frame time graph is so beautiful. I just can't emphasize this enough. We have had so many games that are totally broken, mostly UE5 games, but yeah, totally unoptimized. Yet this one is just running buttery smooth. Look at that. No single stutter here in the frame time. It's so amazing. It's just... you know what? After the past couple of years, I have grown used to stuttering, and that is not how it should be, guys. This is how games should be optimized. Flat frame time graph, okay? But anyway, let's stop talking about that. Let's get into this higher or bigger forest area, denser forest area, that's it. Yeah, it's dropping into the 60s, as you saw, like 65 over there for a second. 69 very often, pretty good stuff. And, oh, you're so sorry, it's all good, it's all good. Oh, I've been here before, actually. This is where you first go after a few missions in the game. But alright, guys, let's change some things around here in the settings menu, shall we? Some people don't really like DLAA in this game, and fair enough, okay? So I'm gonna disable that and select native AA anyways, over here, okay? You can still use modes, and even with the resolution scaling off. Let's apply that. I guess, yeah, now we have access to this option right here, the anti-aliasing. I'll leave it at SMAAT 2TX. Yes, that's it. And as you can see, things are a bit blurrier than they were with DLAA enabled, and FPS are maybe a little bit higher, I guess. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better in terms of FPS, a little bit less demanding, but it was already getting us 60 plus all of the time with the LAA, and I think, in my opinion, that's the best way to play this game in terms of anti-aliasing. Now, we can disable it altogether as well. Let's see how that looks. Super aliased, of course, but really sharp. This is the sharpest image that you'll ever gonna see in this game. Maybe SMAA 1TX is also pretty good, I don't know. But yeah, if you want the best visual quality possible, DLAA is not the best option, alright? Especially at 1080p resolution. This is way sharper and cleaner of a picture quality. No TAA whatsoever, you know? That's also another beautiful thing that they've done. Oh my gosh, I love these developers. I mean, the first game was pretty terribly optimized when it came out, but this one, they learned some things, right? And they have now done an amazing job in terms of the optimization. Over here, yeah, SMAA 1TX is definitely a little bit less shimmery than off, okay? So it's a pretty good option, I think, for people with like 24-inch 1080p monitors. I'm using a 27-inch one here, so yeah, PPI isn't really great, and there's a lot of shimmering and pixelation happening here. I think I would still utilize DLAA here. It's a bit softer, but it gets rid of all of the shimmery edges. But again, on a... Whoa, it's fine, buddy. It's fine. Stop. Oh, boy. Okay. Whew. What is going on? All right. We're good, guys. We're good. Let's go back. Can we? Oh, no. Oh, my. I lost a lot of HP, actually. Wait. Now you scream, Henry. Are you serious? Oh, no, wait. This is SMAA 1X. So the 1TX has temporal aliasing, I think. Yes, exactly. That's why the 2TX was blurry, because it adds that temporal AA. But with 1X, there is none of that. I don't think you can do 2X alone. Yeah, you can't really. So... yeah, that's why this is way sharper with 1X. Alright, anyway guys, I want to change the settings to Ultra because, well, High did so well that I think Ultra might actually be possible to play with the RTX 4060. I'm a bit concerned about the VRAM though, so I'll leave SMAA 1X here, Ultra settings. I'll do the DLAA a little bit later this time around, and I'm going to quit and restart the game. Okay, so... ooh, this is really soft at the moment, and the FPS are dropping. Okay, so high settings is definitely the way to go here, guys. This is off. This is set to native AA. I guess Ultra settings... yeah, okay. Ultra selected SMAA T2 times... take 2 times... T, temporal, whatever. Okay, lots of little letters and numbers everywhere. All right. Anyway, here we are getting 60-ish frames per second, but you already know, like inside of forests and stuff, it's going to be a lot more intensive. And in terms of the visual quality, it is very similar to what we saw on high settings. I guess I didn't do anything, okay? But yeah, in terms of shadow quality, maybe it's a little bit better. Maybe the render distance might be improved as well, but I didn't really have a problem with that previously either, so that's absolutely fine. Let's go, buddy. Oh boy, can we call this one Roach, actually? I'm gonna start counting our FPS, okay? Maybe with quality DLSS, it's going to be possible to get 60 plus all of the time at Ultra settings. That's gonna be pretty great, actually. Also, I'm taking a look at the render distance of the grass and stuff. I can see a few bushes popping in over there, over the hill. But not a major problem here, honestly. Once again, like, compared to, for example, Stalker 2, a UE5 title, even on maxed out settings, 4K resolution, you can tell a ton of pop-in issues. Obviously, the resolution doesn't have anything to do with the pop-in, but still, you can tell a lot of pop-in there, like... trees from 10 meters away from you will change the geometry or something. It's terrible. It's really, really bad in that game and in some other titles that we've seen recently as well. But in this one, it's not a problem whatsoever. Even if you can notice a little shadow popping in here and there, some bushes, it's far away. It doesn't break your immersion completely like it does in some other titles. Once again, ooh, dropping into the 40s here inside of these bushes, guys. Look at that, getting really intensive. 69 average. Very nice. So yeah, guys, this is not too bad, you know. It's Ultra settings after all. High already showed really good performance on the 4060 over here, and that's definitely what I'd choose. But let's go ahead and try it with some DLSS on native AA. And this is the LEA basically, slightly more intensive, I guess. Once again, dropping a couple of frames, pretty sharp, but it's a little bit softer than the 1TX or 1X SMAA. Yes, not TX. Okay, forget the T, crisp. All right, the T is bad. T is temporal. Temporal is bad, all right? Anyway, yeah, it's 60s right now, not too bad. It's still very playable, obviously, even with some drops into the 40s and 50s, but it's a bit better on high settings. Obviously, with 60 plus and 85 average, just feels way better, guys. And that's definitely what I'd go for. In terms of VRAM, it's okay. You know, it hasn't really swapped anything into the RAM as far as I'm aware. And if it did, it didn't make the game stutter at all. So completely fine over there as well on Ultra and the 1080p resolution. Now, enabling DLSS quality. Ooh, it actually doesn't look half bad, guys. This is 1080p resolution. Once again, I'm used to playing games at 4K and 1440p and stuff. So thinking about quality DLSS at 1080p always puts me with like a foot behind. I don't like it too much, all right? But the good thing is, it's actually working pretty well. I mean, it's definitely softer, once again. But it's not terrible looking. I could live with this for sure, especially on a smaller monitor. A little bit of shadow flickering over there on top of that building. But yeah, this is fine, guys. And it gets you 60 plus FPS all of the time. This is not DLSS 4, by the way. You can override that on the Nvidia app, supposedly. I'm not sure if it works for this game, but it works for a lot of games. And make it DLSS 4 with the transformer model, which is a little bit more intensive. But I think that's not working properly with grass yet and vegetation. So that's why I'm not doing it. But this DLSS 3.7, I believe, and it looks pretty good still. This game doesn't have frame generation, though. I wish it did, kind of, but it doesn't really need it, you know. With a 4060, it doesn't really have a problem even at native 1080p. Well, maybe you can use FG from the drivers, but there's no real point in that. I really don't like that FG implementation. It always looks pretty iffy and with a lot of artifacts on the HUD and stuff. So yeah, I'd skip that. Going into these very vegetated areas. Well, dense forest areas. And it's only dropping us into the 70s now. It's actually slightly better. Oh boy! Hit my head there on the branch. Okay. It's slightly better. Thank you for waiting for me, buddy. But yeah, in terms of averages and 1% low, slightly better than the LEA was on high settings, but it still didn't drop there, so yeah. Either way, it's a totally fine experience, and DLSS is looking a lot better here than I thought it would look. Okay, I'm just standing here, still with DLSS quality, by the way, 69 FPS, of course. I'm seeing the vegetation moving with the wind. There's not a lot of artifacting there, you know. Still looks pretty decent. It's a bit over-sharpened to make up for the lack of resolution here, of course, with DLSS quality at 1080p, but it's still pretty good looking in my opinion. I'm curious now, what about like DLSS performance at 1080p resolution? So this is 540p being upscaled to 1080p. It still looks really good at the far distance. Obviously now the vegetation close to us looks really, really soft, but at a far distance, even that cow over there, it looks pretty sharp to me. Not too bad. So now I think we should leave it right there. I saved the game here, by the way. And well, we're back here at 1440p resolution now using high settings. And, well, over here it's all high settings. DLAA as well, by the way. And, yeah, it's a bit rougher, of course, than 1080p was. But once again, this is a slower paced game. It can actually be enjoyed even with drops into the 40s and honestly, even 30s. I've seen a comment in the previous video, the 5090 video testing KCD2, and the guy was telling me that he completed Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 at 30 frames per second. It's definitely possible, guys, alright? Obviously, it's not as good of an experience as 60 FPS was, but it is playable. It is still very playable. And even I used to play... Sorry, Roach. I used to play KCD1 with a CPU bottleneck, drops into the 40s and 30s sometimes, and I was still enjoying that experience a lot. What is going on? Why am I drunk? Wait, Hello? What is going on? There's a little icon showing me that I'm drunk on the bottom of the screen. Is it because of the saving snaps or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, let's try to get inside of some bushes here. Calm down, Roach. Calm down. Hope you're okay, buddy. You're okay. Well, yeah, we need to talk to him like we do in Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Hello, mister. How's it going? I'm here riding Roach today. I'm Arthur Morgan in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Anyway, we're getting 40s still. So as you saw, it doesn't really drop from 40 FPS. Hi, guys. Whoa, Roach, why are you leaving? Oh, this is classic Roach right here. All right. Take out my weapon. Come on, get over here. Stop it. Come on, you bastard. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? I got cheats here for stamina. You don't stand a chance against me. Do you really want to do this? Okay, the other one is actually hitting us hard. Come on. 2 versus 1 is completely unfair. 3? No, it's only 2. Okay. Come on. No. That was terrible. But yeah, guys, 1440p native is still very playable here. I'm actually going to turn this off because I want to check it out with that SMA 1X. Okay, let's enable that. And yeah, still a bit shimmery here, even at 1440p, but it looks really nice. Although if you don't like aliasing, for example, the top of that roof looks very aliased there. So yeah, you might want to use DLSS once again, and I think that's my recommendation, especially at 1440p resolution. It's way sharper than 1080p. DLSS will make it look really, really nice. But so will DLSS on quality, I think. Especially since the 1080p resolution with DLSS quality was so good looking. DLSS Q at 1440p will also look very, very nice indeed, and it does, my friends. Gets rid of those shimmery edges and aliasing everywhere, and this is now looking really good. Look at the top of the building there, still aliasing slightly, but yeah, it's way better than previously, and let's start counting our FPS. It's obviously less sharp than SMAA, but it is a very nice experience, both visually speaking and FPS-wise. We're getting 90 frames per second, so around the same as 1080p native with high settings, and around the same as 1080p ultra with quality DLSS. That's really good to see, once again. Even here inside of forest areas, lots of vegetation around us. CryEngine's so beautiful, guys, in terms of vegetation. I mean, these forests look kind of real, don't they? They're so dense and so beautiful at the same time. Obviously, if you lick the trees and stuff, you can see imperfections in the textures and stuff like that. But the density of it, looking from afar, is just beautiful. So it dropped into the 70s, I guess, minimum here with these settings. Let's go inside of these bushes and see if it drops more. Yeah, 75 there. 76, 75, 74. I can't really seem to make it drop from this, so it's going to be 60 plus 100% of the time, even in extremely intensive scenarios like fires, lots of smoke and stuff around you. I think it won't drop. Anyway, guys, I think that's probably it for DLSS quality at 1440p. Let me just go to that little town area or village, whatever. Also, there is a huge city, or a couple of them, or maybe more even, in this game. But that's more CPU bound than GPU bound, and in terms of GPU performance, you're going to see the lowest FPS inside of forests once again. In the first game, it was exactly the same. It was getting us way lower FPS in city areas, but because of a CPU bottleneck scenario. But I think in this game, they also solved most of the CPU bound issues that they had in the first one, and it's just a great release once again. Now, I guess I'll turn off DLSS, go back to native AA, still keeping the high settings, and let's check it out at 4K. Okay, here we go. This is it, guys. 4K resolution. Oh, it's so sharp. It's so beautiful. It still has a lot of aliasing, of course, because of the SMAA 1X. Is it set to SMAA 1X, actually? Yes, it is. All right, and high settings. But it is the sharpest recent game that I've seen in the last couple of years, guys, still. All right, it's beautiful. Oh, yes. Okay. And it's so calming as well to just ride your horse around. But yeah, this is absolutely unplayable of an experience now with 20-something FPS. It's still calming, and if you are just riding your horse really slowly, I said, Roach, thank you, it is doable. But yeah, in fights and stuff with 20-something FPS, no, definitely not. It's going to suck, guys. All right, so don't do that. 4K native is out of the question, at least with good graphics, like high settings. But 4K with like performance DLSS is probably not out of the question, even on the high settings. Is this what? No, this didn't apply. Okay, so you actually need to set it to performance and set DLSS over there, because if it's off, this doesn't do anything. It's like the frame rate limit over here. If VSync is off, the frame rate limit is not working, even though it still shows 120 FPS. But yeah, let's go. DLSS, performance. Can we get 60 FPS? That would be really nice. All right, close enough. Close enough, guys. Not too terrible. You know what? If you have a 4K monitor and an RTX 4060 or close to a 4K monitor, maybe like a 3440 by 1440 ultra wide with this GPU, it will work really well. It's still super sharp, super detailed, even on performance DLSS, which is nice. Also, do you want to see something interesting, guys? I totally forgot about that, but I installed some cheats or whatever, and one of them is super jump. This is it. This is a mod, yes, not a cheat, it's a mod. It's very interesting, right? Look at that. Oh boy, let me climb this, there we go. You discovered Butcher, okay. Oh no, are we going to die? Oh yes, god damn it. So anyway, we're back here in this place. It does drop into the 40s, obviously, at 4K performance DLSS, but again, this is totally worth it. If you have a 4K screen, I wouldn't really mind the lower refresh rate. I'd probably play with the controller as well. Hello, I don't care about you. Goodbye. Is that Bob? Wait a second. That looks a lot like Bob, guys. Can we do like an Assassin's Creed strike on Bob? Wait. Oh, goodbye, Bob. No, that doesn't work. Goodbye, Bob. And now our benchmark is complete, my friends. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was a blast, actually. I really enjoyed it. Performance is amazing, no stuttering, even at 4K. And RAM is a bit higher right now. It probably swapped some things that should be on VRAM into the RAM already. But again, that only slows performance by a slight bit, and it still doesn't stutter whatsoever, although now we're seeing a little bit of frame time spikes here and there. But it feels great. It looks awesome. Warhorse Studios have done banger of a job optimizing this and getting it to run properly, and we shall see even slower GPUs coming up in the next few days, guys, testing in this game, because I'm really into it right now, you know, and I'm curious, like 1650, can it run it? 1050 Ti? We shall find out, so stay tuned in, and as always, love you all, bye-bye.